And today, I finished something. I did. I finished a song. I completed the song. I did the mixing and mastering, best I could anyway. And I made a little video and I uploaded it. So I'm pretty darn pleased with myself. Pretty darn pleased indeed. I'm not necessarily great at finishing things. Pretty good at starting things. Hi, Johnny Cats. How you doing? But today I finished something. And that's really worth writing home about. And I want to set a good example for Gyalt. So, in case you haven't encountered it yet, well, I'll wait a little while. I'll wait till a few more people are here, and then I will play it on the TV here so that people can see it and listen to it. Finish my Pinata Sombrero song. I got some good Rachel vocals. Rachel did a great job putting tambourines one part, which I would not have thought to do. Works beautifully. And I even took Ruben's advice and put a little muted trumpet part at the end there. Well, the Athletics got a hit leadoff double, but that was all we got. We advanced into third on a sac fly, but then that was it. So it's still 0-0. I'm doing well. I'm doing well because I'm happy that I finished something. A music thing, I could finish some other kinds of things pretty fine, like I do a good amount of chores around here, and I've been making some Typology videos lately, but not super recently, but I'm gonna make another one like tomorrow or something. But finish a music thing? Wow. That is really rare.
Congratulations on the Pinata Sombreros video.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your contributions as well. Your vocals came out great.
Oh, I'm so glad you think so.
And the tambourine worked great too.
I'm glad. I was happy to participate.
Well, we're down 1-0. Top of the second inning, though, Jacob Wilson just led off with a single. So that's pretty good. And I've basically been working on that all morning. So I'm just now kind of, coming out of that pool of work water, I guess you'd call it. You're in the throes of working on something. Time goes by quickly, etc. All right, I'm going to put it on the TV now for anybody who's not seen it or heard it yet. Here it is, Pinata Sombreros. Yeah, there's a video. Tequila, it's a national drink of Mexico. And that's their favorite food. That's Michoacan. Drink margaritas as we eat some flan. Meet my new amigas. it's only a minute and 45 seconds long. All right, I'm pretty pleased with that. I think it came out fine. And you know, do I really aspire to do better than fine? I think that's maybe my problem. Always trying to be great and stuff. Why don't you just be fine for a change? Ooh, nice. Lands. Okay. All right. We got man on first and second. Nobody out here at the top of the second. Jay Willie on second. And McNeil, who's doing a great job for us this year, I must say, is got the advanced 10. So good for McNeil, good for Jacob Wilson, good for the Athletics, but we are still down 1-0 at the moment. I hope your Saturday is going pleasantly. We will engage in a couple little activities here and there today as we live stream. But the main work thing I wanted to do today, I already got done. So I'm at this point, I feel like I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish today, and I can kind of chill and enjoy the rest of the day. I thought I might plant some seeds, some wheat seeds into some starters. I'm glad I didn't plant anything in the ground prior to this massive hailstorm we had yesterday.
I think we're supposed to get more rain.
Today and tomorrow. But I'm not going to put the
Yes,
seeds in the
tomorrow.
ground right now. I'm going to put the seeds in starter pots.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
In the wet napkins and stuff.
Yeah. All right, 2 on, nobody out. 1 and 2 the count to Max Muncy. Now, Max Muncy, not the Dodgers Max Muncy, but the A's of it Max Muncy. I wasn't thrilled with him last year, but this year he's starting off on fire, hitting 314 at the moment, and he's been responsible for huge bits of offense for this team thus far. However, he struck out on this occasion. Hello, Ahmed. How are you? Ahmed El Mahdi. Ahmed El Mahdi. How are you? I hope your day is going swimmingly. Hi, Unicorn Ninja. Did you hear the important news? I finished something. The next one I want to finish is the piano song. So we've got a pleasant Saturday afternoon going on here. I finished Pinata Sombreros. I'll put a link to it here if you want to watch it. It's less than 2 minutes. It doesn't go on too long. And it accomplishes everything I wanted to accomplish with that song. Sometimes it's good to have songs that don't have grand ambitions, like, oh, this is going to be my opus composition or something. Well, obviously, Pinata Sombreros doesn't qualify as such. Makes it maybe a little easier to finish when you have slightly more realistic expectations for a given thing. And I'm quite pleased with the video I made for it as well. It was an easy video to make. I just found some still images online, and use those. And I use the title maker thing in Windows Movie Maker. All right, 1 out, 3 and 1 is the count now to Cortez. Ooh, close pitch there though. All right. We've got 1 out though already, so he really needs to get a hit here. Not going to do as much good to simply advance the runners. Maria and Juan. That kind of video that I made for this song, I used to make videos like that a lot more, where I just get some still images and string them together and maybe put some music underneath it. But I think it's a fine kind of approach to making a video, music video. People don't need a lot of whatever in a music video. They just need some images to carry them along. You know, music's for listening to, not looking at. Is Lulu still in the bed?
Lulu's still in the bed.
Okay. I took her for a little walk this morning.
Oh, thank you.
She pooped.
Good.
Then I brought her back in here and she didn't want to eat anything.
Oh, she misses them.
Yeah. She's stressed out when they're not around, I guess. That's why she doesn't want to eat. Thank you, Unicorn Ninja.
Yeah, she would just be sad, or like, yeah, sad, nervous, you know, like, are my parents coming back?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's that? Oh,
Just me doing this with my pocket.
Should I text them to find out what time they think they're heading back? I never got. Okay, I mean,
whenever,
so, like,
I don't want to try to rush them or anything. Whenever they get back is fine. It's not like Lulu's difficult at all.
No.
She could not be easier to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
She's such an old dog. It's not like she's gonna run off at high speed and make me chase after her or anything. Just to get on the bed, I have to lift her up to get on the bed. There she is. There's my beautiful wife.
Hi.
Cortez works the walk. We now have bases loaded with 1 out. And that means Denzel Clark, look, you're not going to get a hit. So I think Denzel Clark, you should just go for the suicide squeeze here and let's try to pick up a run.
Hi, Unicorn Ninja. I slept in my sweater. I think I stretched it out a little bit. I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna change.
The moral of that story is don't sleep in your sweater.
Yeah.
So here on the top of the 2nd inning, we are trailing by a run, but we do have the bases loaded. Denzel Clark, our weakest hitter, hitting ninth in the lineup. He's up to bat. But I've seen him poke a few singles here and there. Maybe this is his time to shine. But I'd be perfectly satisfied if he just suicide squeezed here. Katse, show a little managerial creativity and call the squeeze play. Is he swinging free? He is swinging free. Come on, Katse. You know he's not going to get a hit. Call the suicide squeeze. They don't run that much in baseball anymore. It used to be a lot more common. When I used to watch the Dodgers as a kid with Tommy Lasorda as the manager, they run a fair amount of squeeze plays. But even though Denzel Clark is the ideal person to call it with because he's such a limp bat, a fantastic outfielder, but a limp bat. I still think it's worth having him in the lineup just because without him, our outfield is defensively terrible. Oh, Denzel, that was your pitch. He's going to strike out. I can already tell he's going to strike out. Denzel Clark, he lives to strike out.
Oh, man.
I love you, darling.
I love you too.
When I see you, I think, hey, it's fiesta time in Michoacan. I'm gonna bring my coffee outside too. All right, Denzel. Kate really should have called the squeeze play here. Now there's 2 strikes. He's less likely to try to bunt. But Denzel swinging away with the bases loaded. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is not going to end well. Come on, Denzel, prove me wrong. Strike 3? No, that was called that a ball, huh? All right, full count. Well, he's worked the full count. If Denzel could walk, he'd walk in a run. That'd be fantastic. All right, here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. Nice job,
Nice.
Denzel
Wow.
Clark. Way to work the RBI walk.
Yeah.
That ties it up. And we still have the bases loaded with 1 out. So it looks like the Mets went out and got this Japanese pitcher here. But he's not having an easy go of it here early in the game. Katse always likes fiddling with the lineup. He's got Butler leading off today. Which I normally would say, I ain't sure about that. But he opened the game with a leadoff double. Or maybe it was a single plus an error. But he made second base. I'm not sure how they ruled it. The outfielder misplayed the ball a little bit, which made it easy for him to get to second base. I don't know if he would have gotten there anyway, regardless. It's cold, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the walk I took with Lou this morning was just
Oh.
down partway that way until after she pooped, and then, oh, Law Dog! Safe? That's going to score a run.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, they got the guy at second, but with 1 out, that's going to score a run. So that's I don't know if that's RBI fielder's choice or what. I don't know if he gets an RBI for that. Scuttlebutts. Scuttlebutts.
Aren't scuttlebutts those little octopus-looking things?
I don't know.
I think so. They look like an octopus, but they're tiny. I think they're called scuttlebutts. Scuttlefish, maybe.
Oh, those are cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish. Those are cuttlefish.
Ah.
Scuttlebutts, I think it just means like people who like scamper away when the task comes up, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll Google it. I don't know if anybody saw my post about Susan Boyle's hashtags put for her album.
No, what's
She put hashtag Susan album party. But if you just look at it, it looks like Sus anal bum party.
Oh my god, no.
I don't want to go to this sus anal bum party.
Don't say anything.
When hashtags go bad, you know.
Yeah.
Scuttlebutt means gossip, rumor, or casual conversation. Oh. So it doesn't even refer to people. It doesn't even refer to people.
No.
Well, they're getting all chismoso with the scuttlebutt. Something you might say about some gossipy people.
It's extra gossip.
Oh, the dog wants out.
I think it's the other dog outside.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Well, we got 2 runs out of that. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate hashtag.
Thank you for being patient with like letting me let you know when Lulu needs to get up and stuff
Oh,
because
yeah, sure.
she's too heavy for me.
No, I understand. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Are you sure that's not? She wants to get back in the bed. Oh, it's her. We're coming. I'm coming right now. Understandable. The door's right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
All right, we got the dog down.
she's coming.
She wanted to get down off the bed and record. Uh-oh. No, Lulu. Lulu, no.
No.
I don't want to go chase after you.
You think it's gonna be a little walk away? No, she's pretty fast.
I mean, I'm sure she's a lot slower than she used to be. But
Yeah.
when it comes to going to her house, I gotta poop. Can you follow her for a little bit?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Oh no, what did she was?
Hi, Lulu. She's standing over there looking suspicious.
Yeah.
Hi, Guilt. You know, when I titled this live stream, I finished something. I thought about you. I said, I just set a good example for Guilt. You want to come in and eat, Lulu?
I don't know what she's doing.
Let's bring her back inside. Come on, Lulu. Come on. Come on, sweetie. You come over here too, maybe she'll walk after you. Come on, sweetie. Come on, Lulu. I'll go get her.
Okay. Come on. So, like, everyone, just so you know, if you are with a 9, you can tell you're with a 9 because they wear comfy clothing. Like, this is a 9 outfit. Good job, Eric.
Thank you.
Eric's, what are they, corralled? Curry?
I'm herding the dog.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the dog back inside. I don't think it would kill us to have the heater on for a minute or two.
No. Oh, she's back in the bedroom, huh?
Do you want to eat your food, Lulu? You want to eat? Come on, come here, come. We got some food for you. Come on, sweetie.
Come on, Lulu.
Come on, Lulu. You want some food? You want me to bring the food over there? Here's the food. Want some food?
No?
Do you want me to put you on the bed? Okay, come on. There you go, sweetie.
She really is very easy to watch.
Yeah. As long as she can go on our bed, she's fine.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to really sleep anyplace else or lie down anyplace else besides the bed.
Like last night, she was lying down in here because of the thunder. Like she wanted to be around us during the thunderstorm.
Yeah, when the thunder was happening, she got super sketched out.
Yeah.
Came in and was like, wanted to be pushed up right against us. I saw a puzzle that says 1 + 1 + 1 = 1. I mean, I don't know what that is. Because in fact, obviously 1 + 1 + 1 does not equal 1, it equals 3. So anybody who's trying to say that 1 + 1 + 1 = 1 is trying to play some kind of equivocation game because definitionally that's not the case. Like there was this very famous Indian mathematician who didn't exactly make this claim, but people interpreted it to be this, that the sum of all possible numbers is -1/12. Well, obviously it's not. What he was doing was saying you can figure out some kind of relationship, ratio kind of thing, comparing different infinities. And he was basically comparing two infinities in that instance and came up with -1/12. A single zero always. Is this NI not TI because there was no logical sequence? I mean, it's not NI or TI. It's just wrong. 1 + 1 + 1 does not equal 3. Does not equal 1. I mean, it equals 3. Boy, it is super cold today. It says it's 55, but it feels a lot colder than that. Shay Langoliers at the plate. current fit is some jeans and a red, brown, yellow, and white Hawaiian tee with a splash of blue. Well, you know, y'all, I have a dream for you. I want you to finish something. It doesn't have to be good or anything, just finished. Because, like, I don't know, is that Pinata Sombrero song to come out perfect or anything? I'm not sure, but what it did come out is complete, which is a wonderful thing for me since I have so much trouble completing things.
Okay, so we are on our way home. Probably be back around 2:30ish.
All right, cool. So it's time to pull a bowl. And at some point, I'm going to cook some food. I think I might do a... Wait, did I get more lettuce? I think I did get more lettuce. I think I might do a chicken salad.
That sounds nice.
I got this package of seasonings called buttermilk chicken this time.
Ooh.
So I thought I could just kind of pan fry some chicken up with this buttermilk chicken seasoning packet. And chop up some lettuce, chop up some onions, put the chicken on top of that, put a little Roquefort dressing, bada bing, bada boom. We got ourselves a nice dinner.
Sounds good.
That got away. And Shaylan Galeris, who opened the third inning with a double, is bastard looking sharp today. He has advanced to third on the pass ball. I think that's got to be a pass ball, not a wild pitch.
A what ball?
A pass ball.
Pass ball? What does that mean?
It means if there's a wild pitch, but it is the catcher's fault, it's a pass ball. And if it's the pitcher's fault, it's a wild pitch. Bang! Bang! Get out of here! Get out of here!
Yes!
Sodi, two-run jack.
Sodi.
2-run jack to stretch our lead to 4-1. Take that, New York Mets.
Yeah, take that, New York Metropolitans.
What are we, 6-7 now? Or 5-7? I'm not sure, but the thing is, we started the season with, I think it was 4 straight losses, and we lost 5 of the first 6 games. But here we are on the way back. And we're not playing cupcakes either. The Mets have one of the highest, maybe it is the highest payroll in all of baseball. I love the elephant hat for the home run celebration. Probably going to try to do something musical, easier to finish than a whole... Yeah, I'm telling you to finish something musical. Because
another person on base.
Wilson gets on as well. That's his second hit, assuming it's rule of the hit, and I think it should be. Bang! There have been a number of like warning track shots lately. It made me skeptical. Even when it looks like it's going out, I'm like, is it going to go out? But it did. Just make sure, y'all, whatever you finish working on musically, that it has lyrics and a melody for a vocal line. Don't just make some aimless instrumental thing. Tombstone, $5 frozen pizza is a great deal. Well, it certainly seems affordable. I'm guessing it's not history's greatest pizza. But what do I know? I'm not a pizza expert. Still struggling to get the bread come out right. I did it for 21 minutes last night. It was still undercooked. It needs to be 23 minutes. You don't need to know how to read sheet music, but yes, structure and music making will in fact make the process more successful. Uh, I mean, every, everybody who produces music is going to develop some like workflow habits, and it is the case, you're right, that having good structure and order of operations helps you to make the thing come together faster. But the key thing is to have a clear vision, you know, and that's the most challenging part of all, because there are infinite possibilities, but you're trying not to think of all the different possibilities. You're trying to make it sound like it's supposed to sound, you know. You can read tabs in piano roll. Oh God, piano roll is like, just get me the fuck out of this app with piano roll. I've used it on a few occasions in LMS, and it is such a cumbersome interface. I just like fuck off piano roll. All right, so with a 4-1 lead, we still have 2 on, nobody out. Yeah. You're not wrong about that, Casey Jones. It's a good structure right there. Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. But like the song I put up today was verse, chorus, verse, and then end. That's all it was. But it was under 2 minutes, you know. If I had tried to do anything else to it, it would have been, uh, just trying to be fancy or something. But you're absolutely right that structuring your song like a song is generally an excellent idea. Although I can think of one example, at least off the top of my head, of a song that's structured really weird, but is still an excellent song. And that is na 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 ma 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 ma. It's done. I finished it. That's the thing I finished. Lord Ronnie, I'll put the link here for you. I never meant to do bad things with you. And that song has a really weird structure to it. It's got like a verse, and then it never goes back to the verse.
Oh, yes. You love Pats now.
Fastball's an interesting band because they have exactly 2 good songs.
And they're
Man, but their 2
songs.
songs are fucking fantastic. Okay, well, things you don't really want describing your music: weird, trap, or hybrid. Phantom Planet has exactly 1 good song. I'm not familiar with Phantom Planet.
Their one good song is probably California. It was on the OC back in the day, so like millennials will know Phantom Planet.
Yeah, that's what Casey Jones says. It's California is their 1 good song.
Yeah. California, you go.
You know what's a quintessential 90s song?
What?
Every morning I wake up in my girlfriend's bed. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, that's a super 90s song.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that's what they were called. Sugar Ray. Good, good, good knowing there, Casey Jones. I would never come up with the name of that band. But that is, in fact, the name of that band. And I think the lead singer in that band, he went on to do like Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood or something, maybe. What do I think about Santa Monica by Everclear? It's a great song. It's not a song I probably am going to listen to very often, but it's a great song. Bang! Get out of here! See you later! 3-run home run, Carlos Cortez.
Wow, go Cortez!
We are up 7-1 already. Hey there, CJ. I can't quite think of. I can't quite sing in my head Santa Monica by Everclear right now. But I want to see what the lyrics are. I don't wanna be your downtown. I don't be your stupid thing. I found myself a new place. I don't wanna be alone. Yes, what? That's a good song. We could live beside the ocean, live far behind.
Yeah.
Swim out past the breakers, watch the world die. The world die. Yeah, that's a good song. It's a well written. Yeah, I think it's 90s. It's a well written song. It it does so much of its work with the rhythm guitar. And it's not doing anything like fancy as far as chords go, but rhythmically it's just killing it. Yes, that's Rachel on the background vocals and Rachel on the tambourine in the chorus. I think the vocals came out fine. I think her vocals came out quite good. Mine came out fine. Uh, I think the mix is surprisingly good given the fact that I have basically all of the music stuff except for one bit on a single track because I recorded it directly from the keyboard. So I figured mixing was going to be a problem, but the keyboard mixed it well, those things together. The bass is just right. She better get royalties. Well, she will, Lord Ronnie. If I ever make a cent from anything, then she's entitled to half of it. You know, that requires me to actually make some money, but watch the world die. You know, that song, it seems to be in the same school of songs as Flagpole Sitter. Where that song where he goes, see you salutes, but no one ever dies. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. Husker, Husker Du, yeah, Husker Du has a couple good songs. I never got super into them, but what's the band that the Husker Du guy did after Husker Du? They cut off my legs. Now I'm an amputee. God damn you! Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, the Mets had to pull their starting pitcher here in the top of the third inning. Top, not bottom. We are away, not at home. Beat it out, Denzel. Did he beat it out? No, he didn't. Fingertips. Fingertips is the name of a They Might Be Giants song. They Might Be Giants has my Own Worst Enemy by Lit also qualifies as one of those in the same category as Santa Monica and Flagpole Sitta. My Own Worst Enemy. Banana na banana 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 ma 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 ma. Came in through the window last night. No,
That's definitely.
that's the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also. So we got Flagpole Sitta. We've got My Own Worst Enemy. We've got Santa Monica by Everclear. I'm gonna go ahead and toss into the mix here. You got to keep them separated.
That's good. That's good. Well, let's see. What about like female singers?
Well, right now I'm trying to find that quintessentially like male pseudo like rock or something like that. Like for example, Sugar Ray doesn't quite fit in with Everclear, Lit. Um,
And Flagpole Sitta.
yeah, who sings Flagpole Sitta? What's that band called? And Flagpole Sitta. I think Keep 'Em Separated though does fit in with those.
That's true. Yeah, it does.
What about Sugar Ray? We were talking about Sugar Ray earlier, show media. Um, I think it's a little bit more fluffy than those other ones we mentioned. It's not trying to be edgy in the way those other ones are kind of trying to be edgy. You're curious as to what I think of Ask Her for Some Adderall by the Hold Steady? Well, I already think it has a fantastic title. I think they've already won the titling contest. Ask Her for Some Adderall is a great fucking title. Let's give it a listen. Hey, it's reasonable length.
Fly, and you only have a parachute and you fly around.
If there's a like a fan kind of engine on the back of it, it's called something different.
Okay, I don't think there might be an engine. Anyway. Well, now you
I mean, I think you always could. It seems unwise, but
It seems very unwise.
all right. I'm gonna listen to this thing y'all wants me to listen to now. Okay. No, it's it's just not a good melodic idea. It's and you're not gonna hear me make this trick that often, but it's too common. The next one, listen to is this one. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. It is extremely 90s, but oh my God. It's just that guy, the singer, and his affectations and his lyrics and stuff. I just, I would die from excessive cringing.
Well, you know that band's like, it's been 3 weeks since you pooped on me.
I think that might be the same
Oh,
band.
it might be the same.
That's Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. You know, they're very much in the same vein as, and we could drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. Hey, jealousy. That song's not good. Scoreboard check. Hey, listen, don't even talk about the Athletics game, Putty Cat. I'm serious. I am only in, now granted we're up 7-0 in the third inning right now. 7-1. But I'm still a little behind current, so don't talk about the A's game.
You know, it's tough though, because like that stuff was like on the radio when I was a kid, and as a kid, it's hard to decipher.
What do I think of Third Eye Blind? Well, they have one particularly famous song, right?
Yeah.
Semi Charmed Life. Semi Charmed Life is a good song.
Yeah.
That is a good song. It's a very dark song.
Yeah, they have kind of darker stuff. I like their other song too. It's like, wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could.
That's a good
cut
one.
ties with all the lies that you've been given. And if you, I would understand. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I will understand.
I actually kind of like that a little bit more.
That's a great song.
Semi-Charmed kind of life.
Yeah, they're both great songs.
Yeah.
What I think of Blink 182, I think they are unremarkable. I think Small Things is obviously everybody knows that song.
Yeah, it's kind of like time capsule song.
All the small things you care.
Oh, you got off the bed by yourself, huh?
Is that the song where he says commiserating?
Yeah, I think commiserating.
I always liked that use of commiserating in that song. I thought that was a good lyrical choice.
Say it ain't so difficult till I saw.
Well, it's not a great song, but again, but it's not terrible.
What's wrong with it?
She wants her parents. They're
Mommy
gonna,
and Daddy are coming home
you
soon.
can probably tell.
Like,
they're on,
honestly, like, yeah.
she sensed it.
She must.
That's why she came out here.
Yeah.
She sensed their nearing. Do I like Bush? I don't know that song, or that band. I know like one of their songs, I think, but I can't think of it right now. Do I think the A's can hold on to win? Fuck yeah. Since, okay, we started the year losing 4 straight. Since then, we have been 5-3. And maybe going to 6-7 today if we finish off the Mets. Our offense is heating up. I tell you, the bat's looking spicy today after a couple of low-scoring wins. Putty Cat, I'm predicting the playoffs, not the World Series. Okay, I'm fair and just in my understanding of things. The Athletics, this is not their year to make the World Series. Maybe next year. This year is the year for them to make the playoffs. Yeah, Jesse's Girl is a fantastic song. That's a little bit, that's a lot younger, a lot older era,
Yeah, like that goes along with the 80s one-hit wonders. The 80s had a lot of like one-hit wonders.
Jesse was a friend. No, it was a good friend of mine. But lately something's happened, it's not hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and I want to make her mine. And she's looking at him with those eyes. And she's holding him with that body, I just know it. She's on late at night. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Why can't I find a woman like that? And I love the way that song goes back into the, it's like it really the energy change works beautifully in that song.
One that's similar is like 8675309.
Is that by the same band?
I don't know. It's so similar though. Like, what's that again? Jesse, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Right?
I don't know that song that well, I guess.
Number 8675309. Jenny.
8675309. There's a lot of good songs though that people always forget about. Is Journey.
Journey has a lot of good songs.
They have a lot of good songs. Is anyone else feeling good, drunk? Well, I'm not feeling drunk, but I am feeling good. I completed the Pinata Sombrero song. No, NXS is terrible. You're one of my kind. Silverchair. I don't know what Silverchair is. Never even heard of that.
They're a 90s band.
Hi, Winston's mom. Nice to see you. The lead singer of NXS passed away due to some weird gay sex thing. Okay, well, weird gay sex does not make you die. Oh, you are drunk. Okay. You know what does make you die? Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Mm-hmm.
That's how David Carradine died. David Carradine, he was a huge drunk too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, like if you watch his shit, you can, and you're looking for, you can see these very often drunk in whatever he's acting in. Oh. Okay, I'll look it up. What's more interesting to me is how Bon Scott died. He died in very suspicious circumstances.
Oh, and this is Australian? I didn't know that.
Yeah. You're one of my kind.
What's their biggest song?
Death. I don't know, the one goes. Let's see, how did he die? He was found dead in his hotel room. It was recorded as suicide by hanging.
No, don't follow me.
Let's see.
Oh, yes, Boo. Such a good doggo. Yes. Yes.
All right, so some people did speculate that he might have died from autoerotic asphyxiation, but the inquest determined it was almost certainly actual suicide. What do you think about Midnight Oil? Beds Are Burning and Blue Sky Mine are two big songs of theirs. I don't think I like them, but I'll listen to it. I know I've heard them before. I'll recognize them when I hear it. I just can't think of it at the moment. Yeah, I know that song. I want to look. I want to see the other one, Blue Sky Mine. But meow, meow, meow. That guy sings so funny. Like, why does he sing like that?
I love it.
That guy is so ridiculous.
No.
What do you think about Rory giving up the lead, gave up a 6-shot lead? You know, I will be much more likely to pay attention to the Masters tomorrow on the final day than I am to pay attention to it on a Saturday. Jacob Lopez. Do I still have my Boy George shirt? No, I never had a Boy George shirt. I never really liked Culture Club. I like even their two songs that they have that were famous, right? They have two.
I think so.
Do they sing Too Shy Shy Hush Hush IUI?
I think so.
And then they also sang I Never Meant to Hurt You, I Never Really Meant to Make You Cry.
I guess. I'm not sure.
I think those are their two songs that they have. I never really meant to hurt you. I never really meant to make you cry. Oh, the other one's Kaja Gugu. That has got to be the gayest name in the history of band names. Kaja Gugu. I mean, nothing wrong with being gay and having a gay band name and everything, but there is something wrong with that band name. Kaja Gugu, I'm sorry. No. I'd rather your band be named Wang Chung. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll listen to it, Gil. Let's find out. Today is when you find out from Eric whether the song is any good. I do have a bit of a soft spot for ska. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I, it's a little bit musicianshipy, but it's fun though. I like it. Yes, I don't think that's news to anybody, Buddy Cat. What else did Boy George have besides Karma Chameleon though? They had another famous song. Culture Club did. I don't know if she's in the chat right now or not, but I definitely think it's plausible. Sure, there are lots of gay people in the world. Well, be that as it may, says Putty Cat, I don't approve. I know they have Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Oh, and Karma Chameleon. Right, okay, that's the other one. They've got Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? And they've got Karma Chameleon. She went to the bathroom. Rachel's in the bathroom. Rachel's in the bathroom, and I'm thinking about maybe getting started on some late lunch slash early dinner. Ever get into Ween? I certainly wasn't into Ween, but they may have one good song or something. Nice job. Nice job, Sodi. Sodi gets another hit. What song should I listen to by Ween? I don't know what song to listen to by Ween. They wrote Ocean. Ocean? Ocean Man. Oh, I see. They wrote Ocean Man, not Ocean Man. They wrote Ocean Man, is how I read that. All right. That's good. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Y'all, I have had many tequila drinks. It is awesome to be drunk on a Saturday afternoon. I may get drunk again later tonight. Ah, I think your goal then should be to stay drunk all the way through to the end. Jacob Wilson at the plate. 2-0 is the count. Soderstrom on first base. Yes, I've heard Grandma got run over by. Oh, by Santa Claus? No. I've heard that he got run over by a reindeer. Jacob Wilson swings over the top of that pitch, evens the count at 2-2. I think I might get started on that food pretty soon. I'm feeling kind of hungry.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
No, but that's okay.
Maybe I'll wait till after they get the dog.
Could you roll me a joint or two?
Sure.
Please.
Not a problem. All right. Now we are in the top of the sixth inning. It's in the sixth inning. I'm almost caught up to real time. I skipped the A's pitching half of the fifth. So, 2-2 is the count. And if Santa had been driving, if Santa had been driving, they never would have run over Grandma. Clearly, it was Santa's delinquent nephew with a serious alcohol problem. He had taken the sled with the reindeer and just decided to run amok. Ever listened to MF Doom? No, I don't think so. All Out of Ale or Meat Grinder? Alright, let me check it out. All Out of Ale.
They'll be over soon.
Cool. Alright, let's give it a listen. I don't know. I have trouble listening to, I guess, unreformed rap. Just kind of like somebody who thinks that like rapping could be the feature of something in that way is just it's a wrong idea. Like there are plenty of great songs that have rapping in them and some great rap songs, but what they are first and foremost, all of them that are great are they're great songs first, and they just happen to be rap songs. You know, there are no good like stylish executions of rap that gratify the rapper and make him think, "Wow, I'm so good at rapping" or something. That doesn't work like that. I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. The soda pop and the dances are free. So come on, lady, won't you come with me? Let's go. Bah, 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 bah. That's right. Bah, 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 bah. Hank Williams, I have not listened to a lot of Hank Williams. The best rap is Two Live Crew. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not going to listen to any Rob Zombie. Like, in general, we want rap to be as unwordy as possible. And, most people who end up wanting to be rappers, they want to do a lot of stuff with words. Music and words have a tightrope relationship. With the right lyrics, it makes the whole thing come together and crystallize into a glowing gem in the sky. But music is not fundamentally about words. Two Live Crew fought against government overreach. Well, they were also horribly misogynistic, crass, vulgar, and should have basically offended any decent person. Most Def is not a rapper, but he's awesome if you have a chance. Listen to New World Water. Okay, by Most Def, huh? We'll give it a listen. Eh, you know, it's kind of eh. Look, buddy cat, you're kind of making a weird version of a mistake I made when I was young. When I was young and I read about like Nambla, I just assumed those people were free speech advocates. I didn't get that they actually were, PDFs, right? I was just projecting my frame of reference because to me, the whole issue of Nambla was merely a free speech issue and whether or not that ought to be protected speech, right? But in reality, those are horrible, predatory scumbags. They're not. They happen to be advocating for free speech because they want to communicate their deplorable message. We went on a little walk this morning, and cooked and stuff, and then last night she was pretty sketched out by the thunder. She hung out with her. We were up and then we were in the living room, so she went from the bedroom to hang out with us in the living room. So she was okay. Oh, good. Yeah, she gets it's hard with the thunder. She just shakes. Yeah, yeah. A lot of animals. Yeah. We had a dog growing up, and the dog would go under the bed. Yeah. I think it's because they just really like their hearing is so sensitive. Yeah. And they don't know what's going on. Yeah, she missed her mommy, is right. From what I understand, she's most of all a mommy's girl. Wait, I mean, obviously she loves Jared too, but she is first and foremost, it seems like Kay's dog. Oh no! And it was that really, really windy place. It was kind of terrible. I was going to say, I was terrified. I'm not talking about the women in their videos or anything. I'm talking about the messaging in their lyrics, which is, for example, pro-rape. So, just as the messaging in NAMBLA is that as well, so too is the messaging in Two Live Crew's music. So the thing is, you might support free speech. That doesn't mean you should support deplorable scumbags. You might support their right to speak, but that doesn't make them heroes. Oh, I'm so glad, because I know you were nervous because it had been a little bit since you had put your leg. So good, I'm glad it went well. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, we ended up going out. A friend of ours was playing at a bar just across the road. And so we went over there afterwards. Oh, that's so fun! Yeah, so you were able to play, and after you just went right across the street? Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. It was so fun. Oh, that's so fun. Dancing. Oh, it was great. That is great. Yeah, it was really fun. Hey, Louis. Oh, that's good. She had a good time. Yeah. She loved you guys. Oh, we love having her. She's such a pleasure to watch. Yeah, awesome. They just waiting for you guys to get back. Yeah, you can tell. But she's comfortable. It's not like she's crying. Yeah. She's comfy. Yeah. She likes being on the bed. She slept with us. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good one. And the crazy thing is, we cannot really trouble. Trouble is smaller than Lulu, but trouble is more of a difficult
Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of stays to one area, hey.
Yeah, she was. I felt throughout the night that she was like adjusting herself to where we were. Where trouble is like we have to adjust to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, he's sleeping with her.
Oh yeah, food. I might have to. Sometimes I need to hand feed her. I might do, but yeah. Sometimes she doesn't eat that much.
I tried giving her some of my frozen dinner.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Oh, I might head back to the ranch.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Great seeing you. Pleasure.
Thank you. Oh, perfect.
Good afternoon.
Tell Jerry we say hello. Bye.
Grab this now. So I hope you learned a valuable lesson, Puttercup. Now, the parallel I was making was absolutely the correct parallel to make, which is to say, like, for example, the Skokie, Illinois trial, right? Where the ACLU supported the Nazis' right to do a march in their town or their county or whatever, and won the court case. And in fact, it was a Jewish lawyer for the ACLU who argued that case before the Supreme Court. You'll note that it may have been the correct choice to prioritize free speech in that instance, right? But that doesn't make the Nazis heroes. It doesn't make them right. It doesn't make them a good bunch of messaging, right? Also with NAMBLA. Somebody may have argued that before the court, I'm not sure. And it may have been the right course of action to take. Maybe that does qualify as protected speech. I'm not making that argument, but maybe it does. It doesn't make NAMBLA good guys or heroes, right? Or, somebody to celebrate. Two Life Crew. It may have been the right choice to defend their right to free speech. That certainly, I think, should be protected speech. That doesn't make them good guys or heroes. When you're saying that they should be celebrated for fighting for free speech, you're getting it all wrong. They're not the ones who fight for free speech. Intelligent people are. They're just the ones who engage in deplorable speech. So the parallel is absolutely 100% solid. The analogs there are perfect. You are wrong. That's the lesson you should have learned. Pretty cat. I didn't say porn should be banned, right? But even though we should have pornography, it doesn't mean that we should celebrate pornographers who try to get whatever exploitative gain they can from people's consent at a young age where it's legal, but still not a... Like, there's a difference between things that we uphold as values, like free speech, and things that are nevertheless deplorable, like speech used deplorably, right? Like, how could any human being, any actual living human being, take from what I said that porn should be banned then? I didn't argue against anybody's free speech in those examples. And I argued in favor of Two Life Crew's free speech. But it's also the case that everybody who's prosecuted for a crime deserves a vigorous defense. And that it's really important for a lawyer to uphold that value, even in the case of horrible people like serial killers. That doesn't make serial killers the things to be celebrated for here, What we ought to celebrate is the rule of law and intelligent, deliberative people like me executing and thinking correctly so that we can preserve those core values. But it doesn't mean that the deplorable people who benefit from those core values are good. No, we shouldn't celebrate Two Live Crew. Gay parades is totally not relevant at all here, Putty Cat. You're just revealing that you are scared of homosexuals. But I'm not saying we should celebrate Two Live Crew. I did say that yes, it was correct to support their free speech rights in that instance because it's music. So the language is assumed to have to enjoy more artistic license, But I don't think we should celebrate Two Live Crew at all. I think we should all think they're scumbags and hate them. That doesn't mean we shouldn't support their free speech rights. Two different things, obviously. Well, I mean, you clearly have some sort of antipathy towards them, and there's no actual good reason to have any antipathy towards them. So I guess you're scared of them. Well, I mean, why are you drawing an equivalence between gay pride parades and horrible misogynistic lyrics? It's not the same argument at all. No, I'm not afraid of vulgar rappers because the thing is, Putty Cat, what you're missing here is this. You have antipathy without cause, right? When I point out that NAMBLA is terrible, the cause is their actual terrible messaging. When I point out that Two Live Crew is terrible, the cause is their actual terrible messaging. Gay pride parades do not have any equivalent. Not at all. So the thing is, what you have is antipathy without any cause, which suggests fear. I think mostly what you fear is change, probably, rather than actual homosexuals. Right, but I have cause to dislike that, right? So, for example, if I hate Joe because he's a serial killer, that's a rational thing to do, okay? If I hate Joe because he's gay, that's irrational. Get the difference? In one instance, you have actual cause, and in the other, you're just fucking being barbaric. Well, I mean, you very frequently express disdain, dislike, discomfort with, like, say, gay pride parades, or that guy who, NXS guy, he said he died through some gay sex thing. But he wasn't even accused of anything gay. He was just, some people floated the idea that it was autoerotic asphyxiation, which I don't even think is gay at all. I don't know what it is, but it's... Yes, Putty Cat, if somebody doesn't like gay people or women or black people, right, then they are disliking a group without any cause. Now, Two Live Crew, we have cause. They're a band that writes lyrics, right? So we can evaluate those lyrics to see if they're deplorable or not. With NAMBLA, they're an organization that produces messaging, so we can evaluate that, right? With the Nazis and their parade, they have their messaging, their idea of a master race and so forth. So we can evaluate that and judge it on its merits. Contrast that with, but same with gay people and women and black people, right? Contrast it with that. No, those are not the same at all, right? Because what you're doing is creating a boogeyman group and disliking them because you're attributing to them things you don't like. But those individuals are not, they are not representatives of the group you've made up. Okay, legality is not the issue here, Putty Cat. All three of the things that I've brought up to your attention, NAMBLA, Nazi Parade, and Two Live Crew, they all are making the same claims. Namely, that even though our messaging is deplorable, we should have the right to say it. They're all making the same fundamental claim. You may be right that NAMBLA has been ruled not protected speech. It is advocating in favor of a crime. But that is obviously not the issue as to which of those things was ruled in favor of or against. The point is that you're trying to call a goose a chicken and you're completely out of whack. It's totally wrong. Okay, Putty Cat. Well, they didn't used to be. So the courts may have ruled, okay, at some point that that's not protected speech. I haven't kept up with the issue, right? But at one point, it was considered protected speech and exercised as such. So the thing is, regardless of legality, the issue is the same, regardless of how the courts have ruled on it, okay? The point is, yes, Two Live Crew's speech is protected. And it's also fucking terrible, right? The Nazis' parade was protected. And it was also an exercise in terrible ideology, right? This isn't that hard. So were Two Live Crew heroes for having speech so bad that it needed to be defended in court or something? No, obviously not. What N-word? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Well, I mean, look, the bottom line is I'm having a discussion here with Putty Cat, trying to explain to him that defending free speech is here, and defending the speech itself is here, right? We can defend someone's right to say something offensive without defending the offensive thing itself. NAMBLA. That's what she means. And that's where you're having problems, Putty Cat, is you're failing to recognize that it's good, perhaps, to defend someone's right to free speech, but it's not good to defend actually bad speech in and of itself. The whole point of the value of free speech is I may disagree strongly with what you're saying, but I defend your right to say it. Okay? You're forgetting the first part. You're missing the whole first part there, right? Which is I disagree strongly with what you're saying, but I defend your right to say it. You know what I don't really think should be protected speech, particularly, is anonymous speech. I don't understand why we should protect speech that somebody is unwilling to link their identity to. If you mean what you say and say what you mean, then say who you are who's saying it, right? I get anonymity when you say, like, calling the cops to tell them, I know where this guy you're looking for is, or something, and you don't want them to know it was you that told on them or something. That makes sense. That's fine. But not a fan of anonymous speech. What's really interesting is, there's a certain segment of the population who believes that there was a court ruling that basically said corporations are people too. When actually what the court ruling said was corporations do not have the right to anonymous speech. It's interpreted by a certain population as validating the personhood of corporations. That was never in any doubt. Corporations are fictitious entities that operate as agents, The point is, they don't have the same rights as people. In other words, they don't have any right to anonymous speech. That was what the court ruling actually was. When I saw that fucking garbage Barbie movie, it was just like, oh, somebody needs to, whoever wrote this, someone needs to go there and smack them until they accept the reality is not their fucking fantasy vision of bullshit. Metaphorically smack them. Okay? Maybe just go like this next to their face with your own hands, No, you stupid bitch. No. That is not what that court ruling said. How fucking dare you? There's a scene in that horrible movie where, like, Fat Barbie is a lawyer. I think they call her Lawyer Barbie, probably. And she's, like, reading her final argument about how corporations are not people. And then the jury says, they all agree with her. And it's like, oh, you fucking retards. How absolutely infuriating. Like, somebody wants to politicize this totally legitimate court ruling that denied anonymous speech to corporations and turn it into something it never was and never could have been. The gall. The sheer gall. If you don't know anything, don't talk about it. Right. You think pro-abortion parades are horrific, but they have the right to support abortion. So then you understand that sometimes the people who have free speech rights that you want to uphold are not good people. I'm not saying that's true of those particular individuals. I'm not taking a stance on that either way. But um, you understand then. What happens during the abortion parades? They advocate in favor of abortion access. So the A's are only leading by 2 runs now. It's 7-5. I'm not exactly sure what happened while I was arguing with Putty Cat, but we gave up some runs.
They had Mets had 2 on the corners, and I guess
They knocked him
they
in.
brought in a run. Yeah.
A3 Zombie. My black friend said it's fine for black people to do blackface, but due to historical racism, not okay for whites to do blackface. Can you explain why this is so dumb so I can share it with him?
Why don't just not do blackface?
I mean, uh, it's just like in either instance, the only thing that matters is it a good artistic choice? And in both instances, the answer is usually no. Uh, it's not though, Casey Jones. It really isn't. But sometimes you'll see some funny stuff.
Okay, the best way that I've seen racial comedy actually be funny, and probably the only time, seriously, probably the only time, is in Tropic Thunder.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And he was in blackface, right?
Yeah, and so like, and that's where I feel like, okay, they actually did a good job of a racial joke. But a lot of times in art, you got to be real careful.
You gotta be really good with it. I think like
Yeah.
the Key and Peele football thing with all the crazy names is hilarious.
Yeah.
But so Putty Cat, the thing is, you keep confusing two things. So you do have a reason to not like the pro-abortion people because you oppose abortion. That's a rational position to have. Contrast that with gay pride parades. What are you opposing there?
Yeah. Like,
Them being proud of themselves?
it's a peaceful gathering, usually a celebration.
Yes, we're on the same page here, Putty Cat. There are plenty of horrible things, like Two Live Crew, that nevertheless qualify as protected speech. That's my point all along, right? Two Live Crew is not somebody to celebrate just because they pushed the boundaries of what should qualify as protected speech, and those standards got tested, and evaluated in court. Well, I mean, it may make you uncomfortable or me uncomfortable. Like, I cannot watch any gay romance on any show basically at all. It's just, I could watch lesbian romance fine, but not gay men kissing. I just cannot watch it. Right? But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Just means I'm squeamish. I don't like watching heterosexual love either. Okay, so they were censored for a time. How is that relevant to anything? The whole point I'm making is very simple. You can have a position on whether speech should be defended as protected, right? And you can also have a position on whether that speech is good. So see your example with the abortion. You don't like abortion, you think that's bad, but you think the speech should be defended. Okay, well, the thing is, the problem with your argument there is just replace that with people who think that black people are immoral. Okay. So the key thing to note, which you seem to have a lot of trouble getting here, is there are legitimate cause for you to disagree with somebody, think they represent something bad or whatever, and there's illegitimate cause. If the gay people are coming up to you and groping you and stuff, well, then you can object to those individual people who are doing that because they're violating your rights. The reason it's legitimate for you to think the abortion people are bad is because you have a position that it's rights violating. Okay, well, there are certain public decency standards that maybe should be enforced some places, and maybe enforced less other places. Other places, some places are more, I guess you'd say, open to that kind of thing than others. Those are just community decency standards that get enforced, but you may point out that some gay pride parades have failed to uphold decency standards you think they should, but I mean, that's a pretty flimsy argument. So the beautiful thing about the universe that we live in is we have the capacity to be correct. By using language correctly, understanding well, being disinterested in our calculus, we can be correct. And so accordingly, we can make those distinctions. It's okay for you to think the pro-abortion people are immoral because your fundamental claim is that abortion is a rights violation. It's not okay for you to think that gay people are fundamentally immoral because there is no rights violation. They're not advocating in favor of rights violations, nor are they advocating in favor of stuff like the Nazis advocate in favor of, nor are they advocating in favor of what the PDFs advocate in favor of. And isn't that wonderful? We have the ability to be correct. Because you could imagine a world where those distinctions are blurred, like Putty Cat's pretending they are. And we can't tell whether it's okay to, whether we should be on these people's side or not, you know. Fortunately, the world is not like that. David's hydroxy toothpaste with nanotechnology, hydroxy petite fluoride free. Well, good for you, Casey Jones. Good for you. I'm proud of you and your toothpaste. I think that you and your toothpaste are going to have a long, happy relationship. I'm going to start cooking very shortly. Well, so far, my song's got 8 views, 3 likes, and 1 comment. That's pretty good. Pretty good. New look, same product. lots of animals, not just humans, have bisexual and homosexual subgroups, right? Yeah, the immoral animals, the wicked ones, the animals that are going to HE double hockey sticks. God damn it! It's now 7-6. The Mets just hit a home run. Ah. I was feeling pretty good about this game when it was 7-1. Now I'm a little less confident. You used to buy Sensodyne because you got sensitive teeth. I don't think Putty Cat's even making the claim that homosexuality is immoral. And I also don't think it's relevant whether animals are homosexuals because, we can determine the legitimacy of something with much more precise methods. Oh, okay. So may have said it, but he misspoke. I suspect, actually, now that I think about it, the reason Putty Cat doesn't like gay people is because he sees them as liberals. I think that's the long and the short of it. Putty Cat thinks gay people are liberals, and he doesn't like liberals. That's what I think.
I hate to be annoying.
Oh, I forgot to roll your joint. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Right. So I think a better explanation here is the one I just realized. The reason Putty Cat doesn't like gay people is because he thinks they're liberals. He doesn't like their politics. But, there are gay conservatives, too. And they probably are, by and large, they probably lean more liberal than your straight population. Well, they're just having fun. They're like, I don't want to just be gay by myself and my boyfriend in my room. I want to go be gay out in the street.
There is something empowering about that.
Yeah. Do you feel the same about free the nipple marches, Putty Cat?
Well, it makes sense why most gays would be liberal because a lot of liberal I don't know, rhetoric comes to mind, but I don't know if that's the right word. But a lot of liberals are pro what gay people stand for or how they live. So it's
The whole thing started with Two Live Crew. And Putty Cat indicating basically that we should celebrate them because they're warriors for free speech.
oh.
But I pointed out that no, we should not celebrate them. We should maybe celebrate our collective value of free speech. But the whole point of free speech is you're protecting something that you don't like, that you don't agree with. Otherwise, there's no need to protect anything, right? So naturally, most free speech instances go like this. While I think what you're saying is horrible and makes you a bad person to say it, I still support your right to say it. And I've just been trying to get that across to Putty Cat that there are many instances of people who have their free speech rights protected in the courts by lawyers or whatever, who nevertheless are saying terrible things, and we shouldn't think highly of them. All right, well, the Mets have the go-ahead run at the plate. There's a man on first.
Oh my god.
We were up 7-1. It's now 7-6.
Wow. I mean, that's the thing about this team. It's a little bit like a roller
Oh
coaster.
God.
Because like we had the lead.
You know, and yesterday and the day before, we gave out a total of 0 runs in both games, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But this is more like what I expect from our pitching stuff. I've had a focus on fiber the past 2 days due to feeling like a bloat lord. A bloat lord, huh?
I know what that's like. Speaking of, I got my vaginal spoof flash party.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the kidney stone?
I think I still have it.
Well, keep drinking that water, keep taking your Flomax, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it'll pass.
Homosexual is like a new term, newish term that I've heard a lot on YouTube, especially in the sphere of like decentering men.
What's the term you heard?
Hobosexual, it's
What?
men who, well, it's specifically towards men usually, but it's, not excluding other, women, but they call a hobosexual a man who is basically broke, but he's living with his girlfriend.
I see. People don't seem to get nearly upset when it's the other way around.
I know. Yeah, like basically hobosexual is like a guy who like has no ambitions or like goals and is like living off your couch, basically living with you but not contributing at all. Like living off of you basically, but like not motivated to contribute. So like a stay-at-home boyfriend, but in the sphere of decentering men, they call them hobosexuals.
Darren, what did you do today? I played Call of Duty. I got a lot of kills. It was a good day. Okay, I thought you were going to look for a job today. Well, I did look for one. Right before I started playing Call of Duty. Did you find anything? I said I looked for one, not I found one. Well, what did you look for? A job. What is this, the 3rd degree? That sounds like a horrible relationship.
Yeah. Like the whole.
Well, that's what I was saying, Putty Cat, is that it doesn't seem to work the other way.
Well, to be fair.
There you go.
to be fair, there are a lot of they do talk about on YouTube stay-at-home girlfriends too. That's like a new trend, stay-at-home girlfriend.
Is there less judgment about this if the two people are married?
No. Oh, yes, there is. There definitely is less judgment, but I will actually, I will say that even though there's less judgment about if you're married and you're not working, they will advise against it. So even though they're not judging you for being a stay-at-home wife, they will be like, you really should have some form of money of your own. They're highly highly sensitive to women who are stay-at-home moms but don't have any like.
These fucking people. All they do is they have their little preferred story and then they tell it as though it universalizes. It's ridiculous. Girl, you gotta put up with that, then you better mama. Is there a term for a woman that is sugar daddy? A sugar baby, I think, right?
Sugar mama?
No, that would be a woman who has a sugar baby.
Okay.
Right, so I think.
Oh yeah, you're the sugar baby if you're
the recipient. Yeah. I'm just seeing if it still works. Sexual. Yeah. Scoreboard check. It is 7-6, Putty Cat. The Athletics are still in the lead by 1 run, but we've given up. We had a 6-run lead. So, obviously, nervous moments here from Citi Field, which is where the Mets play. Now, unfortunately, Denzel Clark is up to bat, so we can just look away. He'll strike out shortly, and then we go on to the next guy. Oh, Denzel did walk in a run earlier, though. Got an RBI for that. So good for you, Denzel. I'd be fine with another walk. See if you can work a walk here. Good eye, good eye. He just seemed to be a little less, a wild swinger than he was last year. Kanye did have a song called Gold Digger. It's a great song, but I'm not a fan of Kanye, but that's a great song.
What was like before he became what he is now?
I ain't saying you a gold digger, but you ain't messing with no broke. That would be radio edited version of it. I think it's more correct to say Shomi is playing around than lying. I don't think he expects people to believe the things he's saying. Well, Denzel Clark, I stand corrected, sir. You got a single here.
Good job to produce.
You're doing a great job. We don't need a lot of offense out of you. That walk earlier was all we could reasonably expect from you in this game. Bonjour. Banana split, huh? Banana. There's a really good song by this I guess, band or person called Leo, Lio, and it's called Banana Split. I discovered the song, Rachel and I did, by hearing it in a Apple commercial.
Yep.
Hello, D7. Smoking is an injury for health? Wow. Good thing I'm just smoking weed then. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure smoking weed is good for you. I mean, I have been doing it for 40 years. So it can't be that bad. Rachel, if you were single, would you be okay with a homosexual?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just looking on Reddit.
G7 smokes weed. Don't let her fool you. Okay, Ike OG. Hi, Ike. Nice to see you. D7,
Hey,
you're
Ike.
not fooling us, okay? We know your lips are constantly like this, but not for the dirty reason, but because you're pulling bong rips. Human body's remarkably resilient to certain things, you know? Like, you'd think smoking would be worse for you than it is. Like, can you imagine how long do you think I can inhale these big lungfuls of smoke every day for before it kills me? You'd be like, maybe a year max. How, how much how much can your lungs be expected to handle? They're actually quite good at clearing shit out of them. It's not about actually homeless people too cool for school. It's about having your girlfriend support you. As mine did some for a stretch of time after after I got ripped from the county. Well, after I got ripped from the county and the unemployment ran out. Then she spent some amount of time supporting me.
Kimberly?
No, Candace.
Okay.
But not a very long time. I got a job pretty quick.
Yeah, like I think the thing with the homosexuals, there's like no intention of ever like getting a job or anything.
Right, and when Candace and I met, I was her boss at the county, and and so when I lost that job, you know, I already knew what career I was going to be in, etc. Just I was dragging my feet, not feeling like going back to work, you know.
That's easy. It's part of the process, they say.
You know, no Google Chrome, same hobophobia means something to do with prejudice to homeless people.
We're talking about homosexuals, so
Yeah, we're not talking about actual homeless people. The people we're talking about have homes. They're just not contributing financially to the upkeep of those homes. RIF, not just for guitars. Correct. Correct. Bruh, autocorrect. Yeah, we're not talking about hobophobia. We're talking about hobosexuals, which is a term of art that just refers to a boyfriend or girlfriend who's living with their significant other, not working, being supported.
Basically, they like don't have anywhere to live, so they have a girlfriend, so they can live in a house or
Well, I
apartment.
mean, they probably do have someplace else to live. They probably go back to their parents' house.
Yeah, like right, and they prefer not to, or it's someone who's living with you who doesn't contribute anything.
Yeah.
Mooching off of you.
Oh, okay. Show media said that. Okay. Well, then, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
I
he had
didn't
said
either.
that. My bad.
I
Shay Langoliers up to bat.
name a song you really like that Eric does and Eric sing with you. A song that you really like that I don't.
Um. Well, there was a stretch time where Rachel was listening to, I believe her name is Lily Allen,
Yeah.
and I didn't listen to much of it, but the bit I heard, I could see why Rachel didn't really think that I would want to listen to it. But I didn't think it was bad. Um, I didn't think like, oh my God, why is Rachel listening to this? I didn't think that
Yeah,
at all.
no.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. It seemed a little aimless to me.
Like Lily Allen. I like that album. I thought it was like it's one of her best albums because it tells us like she's a good storyteller, but I can understand how it's not everyone's jam.
Do we have a most disliked band? I mean, there are many that I dislike a great deal.
I mean, Dave Matthews Band is definitely still up there for me because they're still popular and around.
They're terrible, but
Yeah.
I was really struck the other day when that guy who really likes Rush got me to listen to this Rush song, and I was stunned at just how unbelievably horrible it was.
I mean, it is. They're all about like showmanship, like
Yeah,
with
you're
the
showing off their
musicianship.
chops.
Yeah,
Showing
yeah.
off their chops.
Yeah.
All right, we got another run. 8 to 6.
Yay!
Bang! Get out of here! Get out
out
of here! Get out of here! Boom! Is that Sody again? Wow! Sody, have yourself a day. That's his second home run.
Yes!
So now 11 to 6. Take that, New York Mets.
Yeah, take that, New York Metropolitans.
Wow, good job, Sody.
Yeah, good job, Sody.
You're really having yourself a game. I want to listen to the call here.
Yeah.
Jenny, how dare you say that? Now you can really breathe. We had a 6-run lead earlier. We blew almost all of it. Now we have a 5-run lead. Why should we feel so confident that we're going to hold on to this 5-run lead?
I know.
Stuff that I like that Rachel doesn't like. Well, there's this one song that I love a lot, but Rachel is not fond of. It goes like this. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it now.
Do you not like that?
I don't like that song. I was joking.
there's not a lot of bands songs that you like that I don't.
Yeah.
I can't.
There is a song by Una Miles called Martin Luther King. Okay, well, I don't want to listen to it. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. If you're making your rap song about Martin Luther King, I don't care what your angle is there on it, it's a bad idea. People should not rap about politics. They should not sing about politics. You know, you're trying to make something timeless when you make music. Rapping about current events is a surefire way to not be timeless. Oh, almost, Jacob Wilson, almost. The Athletics bats have really come alive though today.
Yeah, they have. The Athletics bats it's not the problem.
Well, I mean, the last two games we barely got any runs. We just shut them out. You know, I think it was like 1-0 and 2-0 maybe.
Oh really? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 1-0, I think.
Or maybe the other one was. Maybe it was only one. I gotta look at the recent games here. Let me look. I'm curioso now. Piñatas, sombreros, 5 pesos each to ride the burros. Okay, so the last game was 4-0. The one before 1-0.
Oh, okay.
So it was really just this game where the bats went all the way to sleep. Okay, well, it's just an artistic mistake. It doesn't matter if it's offensive or whatever. I'm sure, unless it's incredibly hateful or something. You know, I'm not one to come down hard on somebody for some offensive lyrics here or there or whatever. But like, it's just a bad idea. It's not cool. I get it. Young people think that kind of stuff might be cool sometimes. It's only cool when I'm edgy, okay? For everybody else, it's not cool. They're just being vulgar. Oh, Eric, you're so edgy. How'd you get to be so edgy? Well, I took 1 part puppy dog tails, 1 part spirit of a bear. I mixed them together with Daniel Barry sports highlights. And voila! Bottom of the 8th inning, 11-6. The Mets are up to bat. I think I'm going to go get started on food. So I'm going to be doing some cooking here before we call this a stream. So we've got some stretch of time left. And what I'm going to do here for food tonight, we're going to make a little something called chicken salad. Now, not the kind of chicken salad you may be thinking of, like egg salad kind of chicken salad. No. We're talking about a salad with chicken in it. So basically, we're going to get this lettuce and we're going to chop it up. We're going to get an onion. We're going to chop it up. Not a whole onion, obviously, but get some of this garlic to cook with the chicken. That'll be good. Yeah, I moved him to the IL today on my fantasy team.
What happened?
He pulled up weird going into second base the other day. I guess it was more than just a twinge.
Oh.
It didn't seem that bad at the time, but I remember the incident. Okay, so got some garlic, got some onion there, got this plate of butter from when I made bread last night. And I've got a bunch of crumbs here. So I need to do a little bit of readying myself. Readying myself for the adventure of a lifetime. How does one ready oneself for something like that? Well, first, one brings the trash can over. This will help. Oh, this one isn't going there. Okay. So, boo. Remember to put it on this side. Okay. Let me mute the commercials. What do you think of my newly created song lyrics? Well, let's see. Lanso, Naso, 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 Naso. I think they're terrible. That's what I think. I think your lyrics are absolutely terrible. But I'd have to hear it in the song to know for sure. We'll leave this here. Just leave this here because we're going to have some other things to throw in this trash too. Alright. Next we're going to get the big cutting board. Here's the big cutting board. Turn on this light. Turn on this light. There's a big cutting board. We got the butter here. We're going to use that butter for the chicken. Next, I'm going to need to get a... Oh, I don't like the way that's sticky right there. I need to clean up a little bit over here. Alright, that's better. Okay, now that we've cleaned out that counter, let's come over here to the sink. So far, I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping the kitchen clean since I did my major cleaning. If I can maintain keeping it clean then that's easier than having to do a whole major overhaul, right? I got something else about today that I'm feeling pretty good about. I once again took 2 Adderalls today. Took the prescribed amount. And I can't help but be like, hey, you know what? That's a good job. Okay, now that I've washed my hands, let's get the next step going in the salad making process. What's the next step? Well, it begins with a simple pan, right there. With just that one pan, I will do all of the cooking that I need to do to complete this. That lid will go on top of that when the time comes. Right now, I'm getting chicken from the freezer. As you see, we've got chicken breast fillets with rib meat. They're boneless and skinless. I think I'll just do this one super big one. Now, I think I'm going to start with just a little bit of water. About this much. And then we're going to turn this on. Put the lid on. Let that kind of steam itself to defrosting. While it's doing that important work, how's the game going, Rachel?
11-6.
Still 11-6?
Yep.
Do they?
Right now, Cortez is up at bat, and we have 1 man on base.
Oh, okay. Top of the ninth. Okay. So I will agree with Jenny. I'm feeling like I can take a little bit of a breath because it is a pretty sizable lead this late in the game. But I'm really just waiting to see what the bottom of the ninth brings. So I like to go through my garlic in the fridge, evaluate it one by one, and when I determine that one of the cloves has been misbehaving, I take it out and hit it with a hammer like this. It's the only way they learn. No, that's not really why I hit it with a hammer. The real reason I hit it with a hammer is to make the paper come off more easily. If you try to take the paper off without hitting it first, it's a big hassle to take the paper off. But if you hit it, then it just comes right off. Alright, so I put those garlic papers in the trash can. And next, we are going to get a knife and do a little cutting. So we'll go with this knife here. I'm gonna chop off the top like that, throw it in the trash. Chop off the top. Because as you may or may not know, there's a little woody part right here. See? See the wood? You don't want to eat that part. It's not actually wood, I'm sure, but it's like wood. Okay, did I get them all? No, there's the last one. Alright, that goes in the trash. Now, the remaining part here, this is all good to go. So we just need to chop it up. And obviously we're going to chop it as small as possible. But I want everybody in the internet world to watch what I'm not doing. I'm not trying to chop fast. Why? Because if you cut yourself, that just ruins everything. That just ruins this meal, then you're dealing with a cut for weeks maybe, depending on how bad it is, you know. Trust me, number one priority when chopping things up is do not cut yourself. Oh, I chop so fast. But get out of here, fast chop. This is plenty fast. And you'll note that it's very safe too. I've got one hand on the handle, one finger on this part, the other hand up here. No way any part of my hand can get underneath the blade. Alright, that's chopped up enough. Except for that piece. Except for you. And you know who you are. This is a love song.
Is that fresh garlic?
Yes.
Wow.
I got more garlic when I went to the store on Friday.
Oh, thank you.
That's a good amount of garlic there, as you see. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn our attention back to El Pollo. El Pollo, of course, is Spanish. It's the word that they use to describe chickens. We're just trying, this is a thick piece of chicken breast, so we're just kind of letting that water boil down first, just to help defrost it, steam it, kind of, you know. It's a faster defrosting process than if I were to leave the lid off. Okay, so now that we've got this garlic chopped, I'm going to move it onto a plate. So it's not in the way on the cutting board. Okay. There's a plate of garlic. Now, let's look at this onion. For those who don't know, onions are not vegetables, they're not fruits. They're what are known as odoriferous bulbs. You might have thought, oh no, I think they're tubers. Nope, they're not tubers. Just because they grow under the ground doesn't mean they're tubers. Instead, they are odoriferous bulbs. peel the skin off. There. Okay. Then we're gonna do this. Yes! Oh, let me see what Rachel wants. What's that? Yeah. Okay. This one is giving me a little trouble in the peel here, but we'll get it. Okay, now we'll get the bottom cover. There. Get this peels off. Get off of me. Okay. That looks fine. Alright, so now I'm going to, I guess I should get a compost thing. Okay. We'll get a bowl for compost. All of this can go in the compost bowl. Okay. Now we can chop up some onion. I think this is gonna be enough onion for the celery. If I put some in with the chicken though, I could do both cooked onions and raw onions. I turn the chicken over. It's continuing to steam there in the water. Just as with the garlic, I am prioritizing not cutting myself. You're not in a race. Unless you're working in a restaurant or something, there's no reason to try to chop all fast. Okay. Now we've got this pile, we can chop it up small. When you're doing this part, you can go a little faster because you got your hands in the right place, it's like literally impossible to cut yourself. When you have your fingers down there like pushing the thing towards the knife, then you want to go slow. Got a nice pile, but that's not small enough. You're aiming for McDonald's onions. You know how their onions are chopped super small? Well, that's what you're aiming for. You probably won't get it that small. They probably have a special onion chopping machine. Alright, that's good enough. That's nice and small. I think we'll put a little bit of the onions in here and the rest of them we'll put in raw. Alright. This is starting to cook. But it's still got a ways to go. Still very frozen in the middle. We're gonna let this water boil down, and then we're gonna put a little wine in it. I'll put the garlic in and a little bit of the onions. And of course, we shouldn't forget the key ingredient. I'll show it to you right now. Buttermilk chicken seasoning packet. I know, this isn't exactly buttermilk chicken I'm making. But it sure is gonna taste like it. Thanks to Hidden Valley Ranch. That is one big frozen piece of chicken. Alright. The next thing we're going to get out of this cabinet is our salad bowl. This is where we'll be combining all the ingredients. Oh, I forgot to put butter in here. This is butter I melted last night for bread that I made. This will work great here. I don't think it would hurt to put a little bit more butter in here. Alright, now I can clean up this plate. Okay, I think we could probably put the wine in now. I think it could be on this side though. Seems like that side's less cooked than this side. Alright, we've got that going. time now to add wine. A little more wine. There. That's about the right amount of wine. Then, after this wine gets going a bit, okay, here we go. Now it's time to put in the garlic. So we got some butter, we got some garlic, we got some wine, a little water as well. I'm going to take a bit of these onions, sprinkle them in, maybe a little bit more of them. There we go. The rest of the onions can go in raw into the salad. In fact, I might as well just put them in right now. Onions, chopped up onions in the bowl. Next thing we need to do is put this away. We have here an onion, the leftover part of it. So we'll put it in a Ziploc bag. And we'll put it in the fridge. I'll rinse my hands off because they're sticky with garlic. Alright. Okay, now we're going to chop up the lettuce. So first you got to open the plastic wrapping here. There's a piece of tape around here. And you just gotta cut through it and it should open right up. I didn't quite get the whole tape. Well, it should have over. This one doesn't want it. Alright. Now we've got our head of lettuce. We're going to retain this bag here. Actually, I think maybe I could use a whole head of lettuce. We may not need this. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel off the outer leaves. Sometimes called the bad part. Okay. Put those in the compost pile. Now we're going to chop off this end right here. That was on the compost pile. This is still too woody down here, so I'm going to chop off a little more. Well, this is kind of a woody lettuce. Well, that's fine. Chop up a little more. The rest of this will be fine. Just gotta get this metal thing out. Okay. Now, we're gonna take our knife, we're gonna chop it in half. Then, we're gonna chop this in half. and this in half. Okay. Next, we're going to turn over the chicken. Okay. Put the lid on that. Now, for this, I'm going to turn it like this and chop it like this. Okay. Now we're going to give it the old chippity chop. Okay. We're going to put this lettuce into the bowl. This go in the trash. Go in the compost pile. Now we are done with, well, we're done with chopping the vegetables, so I'm gonna wash this off. I may end up using this to chop up the chicken, so. Alright. Rinse this off. Okay. Get a paper towel. Wipe this down. Get these little pieces of lettuce right here. Throw that in the trash. Put this back over here. Now, good. I'm going to get this over here. I'm going to put some more wine in this. I'll put a little bit of water in here too. Now, I put some more water and wine in there. Time to chop up this chicken. It's not going to be cooked all the way yet, but it should be cooked enough to chop up. Okay. That's that should be fine. Okay. Now, this will go back in here. Now I'll let this simmer for a bit. Come over here and clean this cutting board off. Obviously it's had raw chicken on it, so you gotta do a more thorough job than maybe otherwise would. I'm gonna wait for that water to get a little bit hotter while I wash the knife. This is clean. Put that back. Now let me get this guy. And we're going to get some soap. We're going to soap her up. Nice and good. Get all the raw chicken salmonella off of it. Okay. Now the water's nice and hot. Still not quite all the way hot, but pretty hot. Okay. Good enough. Now we're going to dry this. Then we're going to put this away where it goes. Then we're going to return our attention to our chicken. Starting to look pretty cooked at this point. Most of it, not all of it. Let it go a couple more minutes. I'll clean off these. But they too had their share of raw chicken touching. So we'll rinse those off real good. Got a little soap on, like some hot water. And we'll return our attention to the chicken in a moment. But first, let's get the Roquefort dressing. It's like blue cheese for fancy people. Okay. We've got lettuce in here, we've got onions, but they're not mixed together at all. I just do it with my hand. Which are very clean. Okay, now we're going to add some Roquefort. Alright, well, this Roquefort doesn't want to come out of its jar. That's fine. I'm sorry, you guys don't have the bird's eye view you deserve. I just scoop out like that. One more, I think. It should be enough for this one. I'll just stir it up with this thing. Looking good. Alright. Our last step here today. It's fully cooked now. We're going to put in this package of seasoning. Okay. Okay, get it spread all around so that everything gets a little bit of coating. Coating, not coding. All right. That's looking done like Olivia. Olivia who? Why, Olivia Dunn, of course. All right, that's looking good. Okay. I don't want to pour that much in there, so that's why I didn't just pour the whole thing in. All right. Well, we'll see how this works out. I've never used this kind of seasoning packet before. I've only ever used taco seasoning packets before. I'm going to put this away. All right. Now we're going to stir this up. Looking pretty good. All right, Rachel, dinner's ready. Oh, good, tell her. Okay. All right, good enough. Okay. Get a couple of forks. Fork me here, fork me there. Why don't you fork me everywhere? Just waiting for this pot to fill up with soapy water here. And we're good. Alright. Take these over first, and I'll come back for you. Rachel! Well, I don't know what's up with Rachel. I'll have to go find her. What kind of drink do I want? You know what? Maybe I'll have like half of one of these things. That sounds kind of pleasant. Yeah, it's a big piece of chicken, right? Chopped up into a lot of little pieces of chicken. Okay.
Thank you for the chicken salad.
No problem. I guess I'll put on the Giants game in the background here. And I'm not much of a Giants fan. All right, let's see how this salad is. Mmm. You want a piece of chicken? There we go. Mmm. I'm gonna have maybe half of this. That's cool.
Of course. That's why we got all mango soup, because I know you like the mango flavor.
You know, these are pretty satisfying too. Like when we first started drinking them, they hit me very much like an alcoholic beverage. When I take a sip, it'd be like, ah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Mmm. This is really yummy.
Thank you. I think it's good too. I feel very good about eating salads when I make them because they're good for digestive health.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what it means to be a biological animal in this world. You gotta do stuff like eat, sleep, bleed, grow old, and die. We've got to incur injuries. You know, if I was a horse, I'd be doing the same thing, except I'd just be eating something a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like hay and oats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'd just be doing the same thing, just putting food in my mouth, chewing it up and swallowing it. Hi there, Ahmed. We're working towards the conclusion of this live stream. We're eating though. Right now. I used a flavor packet I've never used before today. It's called Hidden Valley Ranch Buttermilk Chicken.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good too. But I'm not sure it really tastes what I expected it to taste like. It doesn't taste like buttermilk to me at all. Well, I'll admit, I've had limited experience tasting buttermilk since my childhood. You know, I had it a couple times at my grandma's house because she got it from my great grandma. Because great grandma liked buttermilk, that's why. You know, you always hear about these so-called buttermilk pancakes. I want to know. How many times you go to a restaurant, they have on the menu buttermilk pancakes, you order them, are you actually, without even knowing it, getting regular pancakes?
It's a good question.
Yeah. I want to do an investigative journalism expose where I go undercover in restaurants to see if they really use buttermilk in their buttermilk pancakes. Probably I just catch them putting in a little bit of butter and a little bit of milk and saying, same difference. Oh, no, you didn't. You can't make buttermilk by just putting butter in milk. Mm. Well, that's a satisfying meal.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some leftovers, it looks like.
I think so
Would you
too.
mind putting them away?
Not at all.
Thank you.
It could always be like that.
Cool. Okay. So before we end the stream, I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. I'm going to wax philosophical about something. Maybe deliver kind of blinding insight the world so desperately needs. Appropriately here. In a very intimate company. While everyone else is watching Steve Billings' terrible panel. Boy, I don't know if you were here, but if you were last night, you saw me briefly actually go to Steve Billings' panel. We'll get started, Eric. Better come up with some blinding insight. All right. Here's some insight. You know that plants can live without water or soil, but they can't live without love. Really tells us something, doesn't it? Did you know that elephants are actually the world's largest rodents? A lot of people don't know that, but yeah. Elephants are actually rodents. That's why they taste the same as capybaras. True facts with Eric. Today we're disseminating true facts about the world. Did you know that all of the oceans of the world are actually just one ocean? True. Amazing fact number 3. Did you know that over 75% of Americans die of heat exhaustion? It's true. Did you know that Jesus Christ was actually the very first person named Jesus? Everybody else was named after him. True facts. Did you know that back in the 1930s, there was a brief craze where people would shoot themselves into the air with rockets and jump off the rockets, trying to fly down on a kite? And that it remains the single most successful way of skydiving. Did you know that during the Irish potato famine, there was actually a great surplus of potatoes? Just that the people had gotten sick of eating them. True facts with Eric. Did you know that clouds are actually an illusion created by reflections from the ground? It's true. There's actually nothing up there but sky. Did you know that water, H2O, was actually the first polyamorous couple? I mean, triple. You know, two H's, one O, a whole lot of fun. You know, the Mormons have decided that to make up for polygamy before, that for the next 10 years, nobody's going to be allowed to have any wives? True. You know that Muhammad is one of the dumbest names you can name your child? It's true. Too many people in the world already named Muhammad. Did you know that before the introduction of the hyphen, people just used an asterisk? It's true. True facts with Eric today. You are learning a litany of true facts. You know that we get all of our lumber, but we don't have to kill any trees? The lumbering companies just wait for the trees to die naturally. It's true. Did you know that the primary impetus to clone dinosaurs is so that we can make more oil out of them? It's true. Did you know that at the rate that global warming is going, by the year 2050, it'll be 150 degrees average temperature on Earth? It's true. Wow. I am spilling the beans on all the big secrets. Did you know that the moon landing actually happened? It's true. That one is true. I believe in the moon landing, and you should too. I don't doubt that indeed Whitey was on the moon. Did you know that the animal most commonly misidentified as the Sasquatch is the common house cat? It's true. Surprising. I agree. It is surprising. You'd think it would be something bigger than that. Do you know that mosquitoes are the leading cause of ADHD? It's true. It's mosquito borne. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for being here. Have a great evening.